Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be talking about my paint collection, specifically my oil paint collection. So I'm going to jump right into it. Here I have my handy dandy little picnic basket that I got from Goodwill. It was literally only $4. It's so cute because look at this. It has a little latch on it, little handles. But here are all of my oil paints. So, as you can tell, I do have quite a bit. I got a lot recently at Michael's. They were clearing out the oil paints to make room for new stock. So I got actually a lot of these new ones, the ones with the pink sticker, on clearance. I'm going to be showing you guys each color group and also which ones are my favorite. I love to use, probably in every painting, I use some of these colors. So let's get started. Okay, first up is the red category. So as you can tell, I love Alizarin Crimson. It makes a great base for toning your canvases, especially with yellow ochre or burnt sienna. I do originally have a smaller one of this, but recently I found this for $15 at Michael's. Next up, I have cadmium red medium and red light. So these are Gamblin 1980. They do not have any cadmium in it. So that's why they are super cheap, but also they are much safer for you. I use this more for working with warmer colors mixing together, like cerulean. I really love making poppies and really bright flowers with these colors too. They're so vibrant. Next up, I have magenta. This could either be called purple or pink. It is more translucent, so it doesn't come out super like this color. It is darker, and then you can mix it with white to get more of the vibrant color. And then the last one I have is blush. Now moving along, we have my yellow section. So my ultimate favorite color is the yellow ochre. It's so great for toning, as I said, with the Alizarin Crimson, but also it is great for doing landscape work. I love mixing it with Sap Green, and I love using that as my base because it's more of a natural yellow rather than most of these, the cadmiums, the Indian yellow, especially the Winsor lemon, are very vibrant. So this is an awesome choice for if you want a color that's super earth toned, very neutral, but still is that yellow. So I love using that one. That's my favorite one. I probably will be needing a new one soon and getting a bigger one. I also have my cadmium colors, light, pale, and deep hue. So this is another thing that I kind of said, that these are cadmium free. It's not just expensive, but it's actually toxic. So anything that says light or this is pale or hue to it, it doesn't have cadmium in it. So you're safe with that. These are all great. I love them. Love using the deep color again for landscapes. If I want something more orangey, more brighter than the yellow ochre, I go for more of the yellow, cadmium yellow deep hue. I just got the lemon color. I think this is going to be really fun for doing bright yellow pieces. I just got this Indian yellow, and this is more transparent. So it's definitely, it looks darker, but it is very transparent. So you more mix that with other colors. Okay, so now moving on to my green section. My most used color is Sap Green, again, for all of my landscape work. Now, I love the Sap Green, but not as much a fan as the Sennelier. I do like Winsor Newton or Gamblin way better. But this is one of the original tubes I got for school, and I'm still using it. That's another reason I love oil, is because it keeps for so long and it extends very well. This is definitely my most used color, but I also have olive green, phthalo green, terre verte, and viridian hue. So I just got the olive green. I'm excited for that because I think it's like a fun in between of sap, but going to yellow ochre, a little bit more earth tone green, and it's going to be fun for experimenting with landscapes. I also got phthalo green because it's very similar to viridian, but I love the phthalo colors. I love phthalo blue, so vibrant. It's probably my favorite color. I just got this terre verte, and it is definitely more earth toned green. It has a blue hue to it, but almost leading brown. And lastly, I have viridian hue, which is a classic green to have in your palette, and it's great for mixing and creating more shades of green that are more blue toned than the yellow neutral toned like the sap green. Okay, so now moving on to my favorite color, blue. So first we have my favorite used color is ultramarine blue. As you can tell, it is pretty mangled. Going to be needing a new one. Love this one. Such a basic color for your palette. Next, I have actually 3 different cerulean colors. I got this one that is actual, this is a real cerulean blue paint. This next one is the academic one, and I do not think this is as vibrant. And the second one, I have this Blick Studio Oil color that's cerulean blue hue. So again, it is not the same cerulean. And I actually think it leans more turquoise than cerulean, which is more of a red base. I really do think it leans a little bit more green. And with that, going to turquoise, which is more definitely green based. So I really love this for making little pops of color. Use it for sea, ocean colors. Such a beautiful sea foam kind of green turquoise. I love it. And have cobalt blue, which is more of the red base, very deep, so pretty, great for mixing as well if you want to do more warm colors. And I have Prussian blue, and it is a very rich color. It's great for mixing. It's a very deep color, so it would be great to mix with Alizarin Crimson as well. And now we have the lone section, which is purple or violet. I actually really want to get some more violet. I would love to expand my purple section more, but right now I just have Quinacridone Violet. I think that's how you say it. But it is more of a magenta color. That's why I didn't know if I should put the magenta in this category or put this in the red category. So I'm just going to keep it as its own section as a violet. I do like this color. It is also very transparent like the magenta, so you have to mix it with a white to get this really bright color, or you can keep with mixing it with like the Prussian blue or the Alizarin Crimson to keep that depth. Alright, we have our last section, which I'm going to call just neutrals and earth tones. I first have my titanium white and also my flake white hue. I have used this ever since college, but I honestly like titanium white just as much. A lot of the whites are very similar. I would say that there are some blending whites that are not really a white, and you don't want to use that as a sky because I don't know, I just feel like the texture is a little off. I also have my burnt sienna that I got in my giant tube. Great for doing toning as well with the Alizarin Crimson and other colors like that. I have the Sennelier version of it, but I do think the Winsor Newton is much better. I also have Tort Gray from Gamblin, and a fun fact is that this gray is all of the colors that they make in the year that they combine into one, and it creates a certain gray color. So I got this when I purchased a certain amount of my Gamblin paints as a little free gift, and it is a unique color every year, so it will never be the same gray. It might be a little bit warmer, it might be a little cooler, but I think that's really fun because is all of the different colors mixed together to make one gray, one unique paint. It has a cool backstory, and yeah, as you can see, promotional, not for resale. So it is only for special occasions that they sell these paints in this color. Next I have Gamblin 980 with the raw umber. So I really like raw umber, probably going to get a better quality of this. I also have Blick Studio Color Raw Sienna. I do find a lot of these Blick colors are very soft. So beware of that. They don't just separate, but they are just kind of soft. They don't have as much body to it. Next, I actually have Ivory Black, but as you can tell, I got this 3 years ago and I barely use it. Like it looks like I barely touched it, and that's because I don't really use Ivory Black in my paintings. I kind of just mix my own blacks together. And lastly, I have Payne's Gray, and I actually really love Payne's Gray, but I only had it in watercolor, and recently I just got it in oil color. So it's great again for mixing with other colors to get a richer, darker color. So I really love it, and I love mixing it with my greens to make really rich, deep greens and just making fun, unique colors. And that's my whole oil paint collection. So I hope you guys enjoyed just seeing the different colors I have, which ones are my favorite, and just a couple little insights of what I like to mix with what. I hope to do more painting videos in the future, more painting tutorial videos as well. So if you have any suggestions, please comment below. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.